Greetings, my noble knights, it is I, Blaze Templar. I am basically dead on my feet at this point, so I'm very much on the tired side. But it is time for our Week 5 battle against the Detroit Magnetons, and I did make a couple changes, one of which was replace Psych-Up with Return, but that was the big change, so we're just going to go ahead and accept at this point. And a lot of the things that I thought he'd bring, he did bring, in fact. So that'll be quite a threat. Looking at his team, I think Uxie is a big possible lead. Against that, I kind of want to lead Honchkrow, but Tyrantrum is his other very likely lead. He did not bring the Steelix, which I was kind of expecting. Does make Heatwave a little bit on the useless side, but I could maybe nuke something, so not entirely bad. Overall, though, I think Ampharos might be our best lead outside of maybe Quagsire. So, Uxie. How am I going to deal with that? I think we'd lead Ampharos. Uxie comes in. Yeah, not entirely a surprise, but that's okay. I think we just go for the Mega and maybe hard switch into Armaldo. We are slower, so we would, in fact, get in safely, and then we could rapid spin away the rocks or whatever we wanted to do. Or I could just go for the Thunderbolt or predict him to go into Tyrantrum and Focus Blast. I think we're going to go ahead and Mega Volt. He's probably going to set up it. Oh, he goes for the Toxic, which doesn't surprise me entirely, but it is a little bit of a threat, to say the least. But now we can go into Honchkrow just to kind of threaten that. Night Slash probably would hit most of his team pretty decently, outside of course, the Slurpuff. But it doesn't want to come in. Tyrantrum could come in on it. That's probably his best one to go for there. I think we're just going to go for the Night Slash. Get some damage off. Get to the crit. 265 speed max. I think we go into Quagsire, predicting to him to want to go for like Hedge Smash or whatever. Just works out. And he has Rock Head. Not entirely surprising there. We're going to Scald. As he goes into Mantine, could be the Water Absorb. It is Water Absorb, in fact. A little bit annoying, but we're going to Toxic here. Hidden Power Grass, I'm guessing, because it was super effective. But that's fine. We do get the Toxic off. And now we can just go ahead and hard switch into our Ampharos. I do not like the fact I took all that damage on Quagsire, but I am glad I'm running Quagsire as bulky as I am. And if I look like I'm looking over this way, it is because I am, in fact, looking over that way. It just is kind of a good thing at this point. But we're going to Thunderbolt this time. His team doesn't have a safe switch into it. I don't mind getting Toxic. I just want to get damage off on this puppy. How much did Volt Switch do last time? 36. So I'm just going to go for another Thunderbolt as he U-turns. Not entirely surprising. But this is a Thunderbolt, so stab, very powerful. Going to do a lot of damage to the Gardevoir. Not enough to take it out, but we do have P2. And we have the Trace ability, so we can trace whatever this thing has. Synchronize, if he wants to go for like Toxic or something, I don't care. That's fine. Works out quite well. And I could do a number of things. I think Substitute is my best play here. He probably doesn't want to stay in, seeing as I am specially defensive as all get out. He could be Choice Specs, and even if he is, that's fine. We get the sub up for basically free, and now we can just recover. He's going to Scald. It's not going to break my sub. We're going to recover up. And this actually works out well. We're going to sub, predicting it to break the sub this time. No, it doesn't break the sub. Apparently, we can take a lot of those. So we're going to go for another sub because it'll probably break this time. So we can take 3 Scalds from Mantine. Quite nice there. And now we can just go for the return. Works out okay. So Porygon 2 going to be quite handy against his team. Mantine Does roost, understandable, but now we can go for that return. Do some okay damage, not great, but it does put him in a tougher position. And we do have a full HP sub there. If he goes into Tyrantrum, sure, this is resisted, but we are also carrying the foul play, and we're going to go for that as he probably breaks our sub. Yeah, Outrage definitely going to break that sub, but foul play definitely will also take out the Tyrantrum. Very important Pokemon to get down. I'm very relieved it's down, so that's all good news. Unfortunately, this thing is a huge threat. We are just going to go straight for the foul play. What? Synchronize. It is toxic, so if it is toxic boost, it'll take additional damage. It has to be toxic boost, obviously, so that's a thing. I think our best play is to sack Quagsire at this point. It is a little unfortunate to sack because he still has Slurpuff, but I'd rather sack it than Armaldo. And we're just going to set up the Stealth Rocks here. He could close combat. That could be a bit of a problem, but we are okay, I believe, with that. Just knock off. Gonna do some good damage. Absolutely. Gonna get our rocks up. And at this point, I could switch, but I kind of did everything I wanted to do with this. If he takes me out, that's fine. He doesn't take me out, which is actually kind of unfortunate. I kind of wanted him to take me out that time. I didn't really want to leave Armaldo in because it kind of gives Slurpuff a little bit more opportunity to do things. If it is the set I think it is, which it probably is, but Gardevoir is going to come in. That's fine. We're just going to go for the EQ as he Moonblasts. Not entirely surprising. It is Life Orb, apparently. I'm surprised I didn't notice that the first time. But regardless, Ampharos will be really handy. Mantine actually isn't at a point where it can really threaten me anymore. And I think Cloyster can actually kind of come in and clean up house at this point. So we can go into Cloyster, Shell Smash, and with our White Herb, we're going to reset our stats. And at this point, we'll be... Oh, no. Well, it had Grass Knot. That's unfortunate. That is definitely unfortunate. I am not happy about that fact, but Honchkrow can come in and Brave Bird, and now we're going to start getting our Moxie boosts. If he goes into Slurpuff, he has to deal with a 574 attack HP, or base attack stat, and that is exactly what we're going to go for. It's got Play Rough and it's Scarfed. That is actually really quite bad. So that's unfortunate. I think that cost me the game. Oh, wait, it was just faster than me? Well, that's not unfortunate or anything. I should have gone for the foul play there, but I didn't. Hopefully I can take one. Drain Punch. No, not taking it. That's game. I should have gone for the foul play there, but I didn't think it would. Oh. GG. Unless, of course, he misses his foul or his belly or Play Rough. He doesn't. No, well, that was a closer game, and that was me playing stupid, but at the same time, it was pretty close. So I'll give him that. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go around to week 2 and week 6, I guess, and rebound, if you will. Got to do that sometimes. You just got to take the blow to the chin and come back swinging next week. So that's what we're going to do. We're still in the running of playoffs. We did have a couple of bad weeks in a row, but I underestimated Slurpuff. I did it again. I disrespected one of the Pokemon, and it cost me the game. I thought I had it in the bag, and obviously I didn't. I did not respect some Pokemon when I should have. And I thought I had prepared plenty for Slurpuff, but obviously I didn't respect it enough. So, there we have it. Next week, hopefully, we'll not make those kinds of decisions, those kinds of mistakes, and we will be back up in the running after that. So we're down, but we're not out. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.